What's crack-a-lack and home slices? Today I'm going to be going over the top 5 characters that needed MultiVersus Reimagined. With no new news, I'm switching it up with something fun. Let's not waste any more time, and without further ado, let's go. Before we get into the list, I want to go over some honorable mentions. First up, I have Marceline the Vampire Queen from Adventure Time. Aside from Finn and Jake, Marceline would fit perfectly into the MultiVersus roster. I see her being either a mage or an assassin with some pretty nasty moves. Not only would her main weapon be the guitar axe, but she'd also have the ability to suck out the souls of her opponents. Next up, I have Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. As a huge horror movie head, Jason's been someone I've wanted in MultiVersus for a while. He would most definitely be a machete wielding tank with some gruesome combos. I can already see it, and don't even get me started on his cosmetics. With Warner Bros partially owning the rights to him, hopefully they can pull some strings and make it work. Now onto the list. Coming in at the number 5 spot, I've got the main kaiju, the king of monsters himself, Godzilla. With Iron Giant being the only huge character in MultiVersus, Godzilla would not only fit in perfectly, but I could just imagine his moveset already. Also, when it comes to cosmetics, we need a Mecha Godzilla and 1993 Little Godzilla variant. Like, come on. Don't come at me for this, but coming in at the number 4 spot, I have Captain Cold or Mr. Freeze from the DC universe. When I first heard that freezing opponents was in MultiVersus, the first character I thought of was Captain Cold. Maybe one of his moves could be an ice dome that when popped will slowly freeze anyone who's in it. Either that or ice armor that makes you immune to the first hit, similar to Superman's. At the number 3 spot, I have Daffy Duck from Looney Tunes. Daffy is a greedy yet competitive character in the show, so I can only imagine him in a fighting game. Midway through 2022, people started making concept arts for him that looked really good. Most of those concept arts came from Sonic Pox, who I believe is an animator for MultiVersus now, but look at this. He made a whole animation for Daffy Duck, and if you scroll down, he made tons and tons of animations, which look amazing. Like, look at that. That's just impressive. Shout out to Sonic Pox. Next up, we have Dylan, who made a whole card for him. Like, look at this. This looks fresh. Some of y'all are talented, I'm telling you. Like, look at this snapshot here. You got Daffy Duck, you got the badge, ring out, new cosmetics. You have everything. But anyways, that is my third pick. On to the next one. At the number 2 spot, I have Ben 10 from either Alien Force or Omniverse. He would without a doubt be a bruiser and a hard one to master at best. I see him being a bruiser with only 5 aliens to choose from, mostly because 10 aliens, in my opinion, is way too many to balance. Similar to Finn in a way, he'd have to fight for the right to use his watch, and after using it, it would literally have a cooldown where the watch would turn red. In terms of cosmetics, Albedo and Ben 10,000 are some I'd love to see come to the game. Last but certainly not least, coming in at the number 1 spot, I have the GOAT himself, Darkseid from the DC universe. This villain needs to make it into MultiVersus. He needs to. With most of the Justice League already in the game, he's bound to come to MultiVersus eventually, right? I feel like his interaction between characters would be amazing, and if you ask me, I'd say he's without a doubt going to be a tank but with range. But what do you think? But anyways, that's all I got for you today. If you haven't already, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below who you want to see in MultiVersus when it relaunches on May 28th. That's all I got for you today. Peace.